This is Bijou Baker. I'm Maria. Today I'm going to show you how to do a gingerbread house. Now, there's going to be a video collage, no, a video pile, a video set, a video history, whatever you want to call it. There's going to be several videos in this process because I don't want to intimidate you. I don't want to overwhelm you. I don't want you to be confused or intimidated, really, because this can be, and you see them beautiful and you think, man, how did they do it? One step at a time. That's how you do it. So the first thing I'm going to do, this video is step one, the pattern. That's it. That's all I'm going to show you is how to do a pattern. They have them online. You can pull up houses and then print the pattern. I had trouble with that a couple years ago, and I just said forget it. And it was user error. It wasn't. It was me. So I'm going to show you how to do just a basic pattern. You can get elaborate. Oh God, about 100 years ago, I entered a gingerbread house contest with Good Housekeeping. I honestly don't even know. I don't remember if we placed. It was a phenomenal Victorian style 2-story house. But this was over 30 years ago, so I don't remember. But it was fun, and it was a learning experience, and I love making gingerbread houses. I will show you here. Take a look at the last gingerbread house I made. Yeah, it was fun to show off. The inside. The inside had a life in itself. I don't know right now, I don't know if I'm going to do that. But it's an option to do it. So for right now, I'm only going to concentrate on what's in front of me, the pattern. All you need is a poster board, an X-Acto knife, a pen or pencil, and a ruler. That's essentially it. Let's go. I'm going to show you how to start that. Okay. The first thing you're going to have to know is how big you're going to make it. This is just one poster board size, which is more than enough. You'll make more dough than this. Let me rephrase that. Let me go back to that later. This Just this. So I will make, let's see. Let's come over here. Where can you see it? Where can you see it best? Well, you just got blurry, or I got blurry. Better, better, better. I sound like an eye doctor. All right, that's gonna drive me crazy. Best. Okay, so this is an 18-inch ruler. I love this for my baking. Now, I'm going to get a board, and you want to start off knowing what size board you're going to put this all on. That's the first thing you want to do. Of course, I'm a dork, and I'm doing it backwards. So I'm going to go with what I want, and then find a board to fit. Either way is okay. I just do as I say, not as I do. Okay, so the sides of the house. When you make a pattern, you're gonna cut just a side, and the side is just a rectangle. That is all. That's really all they are. One side, you're gonna label it to cut 2 pieces. There, you got the sides. Then you got the front and the back door, which is the same pattern, and then you have the roof, which is, again, you cut 2 pieces for the points to meet, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go about. If you have let's say you have a 12-inch board, and that's all you want on your board is just the gingerbread house, then I'd say make a 10-inch wall, okay? Because you do want a little bit of frame, and if you want a bigger, like a scenery outside, you can either go for a bigger board and a smaller house, so then you have the front yard to decorate. I like the scenery myself. So I'm going to go with a 13 or 14-inch board. So I'll do a 10-inch. I'll do a 9-inch house. So first thing I'm going to do is line up 9. Well, you can't see that. Let me see. Well, that's just blurry. Hold on, I want you to see. Much better. Okay. So my house will be about 14 inches. My board, not my house. My house, I'm going to put about 8 or 9. Boy, 8 seems just a little too small. I'm going to go with 9, because if I want it smaller, I can take it off later. So I'm going to just line up the edge of my ruler here to the edge. This is already squared, so let's just use that. So it's going to be lined up to the side and to the bottom. So then I know it's flush. And I'm going to mark 9. Now, how tall am I going to have it? Well, the roof is going to give me more height than the side. So I'll have a larger roof than the side of the house. So I will go probably 5 inches. Again, I'd rather take off than try to add. And just to make it very even, I'm going to come over here and mark the 5-point. Align my dots. Okay. And then I'm going to mark these. Let's see, the side. And cut 2. Okay. There's no mistaken. That way there's no mistaken. Now, let me get my glasses, because who are we kidding? Age kind of does that to a girl. And then I'm just going to cut this out with an X-Acto knife. Again, you can use a scissor, and it's not as though, you know, some people say, well, if you use a scissor, you're going to get that break in the cut. This is just a pattern. This is just a pattern. It doesn't really matter what this thing looks like. The end result is the gingerbread. So, in my move, I've misplaced my amazing cutting board. So I'm going to put a good amount of pressure. I don't know. You guys probably have all sorts of wonderful tools. I want that snap. Okay. So see, already the side of the house is done. Clearly, I need to sharpen my X-Acto knife. Sentence I never thought I'd have to say. These things are always sharp. Okay, so I've got this I'm going to need 2 of for the side. I'm going to do the same thing for the roof. Now, the roof, this is where it's going to be a little interesting. The roof will be about, this is the stuff that goes on behind the scene kind of thing, your brain working. So we'll do, that's 5 inches long. I'm going to do 6 inches. And okay, so you can see I do want a little bit of overhang, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot at all. This is, again, 9 inches. I will go 10 inches for the roof. Then it'll have a ½ inch on each side. And this, again, is 5 inches. I will go, yeah, 6 inches. That's good. So let me just get my 10-inch mark. Oh, that was perfect. And down. So essentially, there's 3 pieces. 3 pieces that you have to cut of the pattern. They get doubled. They all get 2. You cut 2 of everything. I've seen houses that represent the replicas of the owner's home. That's a little more work than I want to do. Well, that didn't cut at all. I'm going to have to get a new X-Acto knife. This isn't going to work for me. 1 second, please. Okay, so now we have the roof. Okay, now with this, if I chose to do an inside theme, which is really just mind-blowing. I would cut one full size, and then I would cut the other one in about half. No, I'd probably leave a quarter of it, of the roof in place, and remove 3/4 of the bottom. That way, when it's on, they can see in through the roof, and that's kind of a cool thing. So I've got my 2 roofs and my 2 sides, and they will go, well, you get it. There's just enough overhang, okay? So now I'm going to do the front and back. Again, same piece. So I need it at least the height of the side. Okay, so it'll be this high before it points up, okay? So I'm already going to start off here. I'm already going to start off, it's going to be this high, and then it'll go up. Now, how am I going to determine the point in which it goes up? First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this board. I'm fighting it, and it's silly to fight it. Boy, I don't want to. That was uneven, but I don't care. It's not about. This is just so I can get you to see this better. All right. So I've got my points here. All right. So now I need to find the center of this at 9 inches. It's going to be 4.5. Sorry. So 4.5 inches is my point mark. That's where the point is going to go. Let me just save a little time. All right. So that's as high as my point is going to go, but now I need it to be, yep, I need my point right there. So it'll hang off a little bit. Okay, I realize this all looks crazy to you, but I promise you there's a method to my madness. So I took my halfway point and I just took it all the way up. And then I'm going to measure my roof, let it a little bit overhang, and then just determine how much of a slant I want. I'd like a good slant, but not too ridiculous. And so then you can kind of eyeball, you know what, let me do it this way so you can at least see the line. Okay, then you can eyeball the point that you want in the house. And that's just your preference. That, to me, is a good point. Now, the weird thing about me is I have better accuracy with just eyeballing something than if I try to bring in math and screw things up. So I am just going to eyeball. But again, stick with the patterns, you know, that you can get online just because they're safer for you. All right, and again, you can always shave off. You can even shave off the gingerbread house when it's done. So don't worry too much about these things here. We'll get you set. But whatever pattern you use, this is essentially just a basic on how to make your own pattern. So you do whatever's going to work for you, okay? I love my grandkids. My gosh, I love them. But when they start getting into my stuff, I want to give them up a pow. Well, they're teenagers. They don't get papaws. They get a flat-out beating. I'm teasing, sort of, kind of. Maybe not. We won't go there. Maria, shut up. Sorry. It just doesn't look right, but that's all right because I can always fix it. Look how much extra room I have if I mess it up. Who cares? Okay. I am particular about final looks. I know that's ridiculous. I'm just telling you not to worry about stuff, and here I am. Okay, this is too long. I can already see it, so I'm going to have to eyeball it. I just don't like it. Perfect. Okay, so now I've got my side and my roof. Let me, okay, you see how it's going to come together? All right, so I will cut 2 of these. Now, if I want to, so it's the front and back. That's it. Those are the only 3 pieces you need for your gingerbread house. If you want a door or windows on your gingerbread house, you do that on the gingerbread. After you've marked it, it's on your cookie sheet. Then you get cookie cutters and you can do heart windows or round windows or square windows. You cut the door out, bake the door separately because you might want to decorate it and attach it at an angle later. And when you're cutting the gingerbread house out, that's when you're going to do your detail work. But for now, I'm going to touch this up just to make sure it's what I want. And then I'm going to assemble it with tape to make sure that it's exactly the way I want it to look when it's done. All right. Well, this is a hit or miss part of it, and this is where you get to make your mistakes and fix them. So, I've got 2 sides, 2 roofs, and a front and back, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach just with masking tape. I'm not trying to look for anything that's going to be pleasing to the eye. I just want this done so I can make sure everything matches. So I've attached the side and the back. And then I'm going to attach the side and the front. The purpose of this is to make sure things meet, make sure they match, make sure they're level. And again, the side the other side to the front and back again. This is where you're going to match up. This is where, like if you're doing the icing, this is where it would matter. Are you seeing it, my friends? Are you seeing this? Okay. That's the base. Okay. It's kind of flimsy until I get the roof on. Now, I'm thinking I want to shorten this. I don't want it so wide. This is where I do it. And the masking tape is great because it's easy to take off without ripping the boards. So I'm going to leave those. That's one side. And that's another side. And I'm just going to cut them together. I say that, but I realize I'm using an X-Acto knife, not scissors. So let me go get scissors. All right, I'm kind of glad I got the scissors because I want you to see that it doesn't make a difference if you got the jaggedy edges. So when I do this, the point is going to be more prominent, which is okay. And I'm just going to eyeball it. So I'm going to take off both halves. So if I wanted an inch, then of course I'd take a ½ inch off both sides. You've seen some houses that, that's not enough. The bottom is much more narrow and it gives it a very Hansel and Gretel kind of gingerbread house. That's where you would do it. You would just kind of take in a little bit on each. That's better, but not what I want. Okay, so I just need the center mark to still be center. So I have 8. I cut it down to 8 inches wide. And the center is just, oh God, it's just a hair off. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. All right, now I'm going to reassemble these pieces and see if I like that better. So, side to the front and a side to the back. Am I confusing you here? And then the other side is going to attach again. Side to front, side to back. If you tried to do this with Scotch tape, you'd be ripping up your board. Scotch tape isn't nearly as forgiving as masking tape. Okay, I like that much better. And then the roof. Perfect. Let me see. The roof is a little tricky on this one, so and again, guys, this is just so that you get an idea of accuracy. Can you see that okay? All right. I need one more piece of Scotch tape, masking tape. course it's going to give me trouble. Because I'm on camera. Because if I wasn't, let me tell you how effortless this would be. All right. All right, so there's my house. It aligns perfectly. This, see how off that is? You see how this is so much? I don't care. I just need it to be even. Once I put it together with icing, that is when accuracy is really going to be prominent. So, this right here is my gingerbread house. But you know what? I want a chimney. So I'm gonna take a piece, and I'm just gonna eyeball this, guys. I'm just gonna, let's see. Let me show you what I'm doing. I'm just gonna take two. No, I'm not. I'm gonna take four. Four of the same width. And of course, for your pattern, you only need to use two. But like I said, because I'm making it here, I'm gonna, yeah, I totally just lost my train of thought. Anyways, blue. My color is blue. Yeah, I need to lay off the coffee so early in the morning. I adore you guys for still bearing with me. Okay. I kind of think you get it though, right? I think you have an idea of what it's like. Now, here's the interesting part about the chimney. And it looks so cool when it's on it, because it's such a detail that really is an impressive detail. Well, that was, I know, I'm a bit weird like that. I am all over the place today. All right, so I have my chimney, right? However, first off, it's not going to be that high. Well, you know what? It might be. But I need to put an angle on it, because if I put it on this way, that's what the chimney is going to look like. And that'd be, no. So we have to cut an angle. And this is a cool part. This is a part I like about it, because let me do it this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Side 1 is going to be the longest. Okay, that's going to be the outside. Side 3 is going to be the shortest. Since I have my masking tape right in the middle, all right, I'm going to go upside down. Sorry, I'm just confused the heck out of you. So side 3 is going to be significantly shorter. All right, so I took, since I didn't measure, I'm just eyeballing this. So I took it to about half, okay? I cut about half of it off. Now, from this point to that point, I need to straighten it out, because that's what's going to go against the roof. Okay, so this funky looking piece here is what the roof will look like. And then it'll sit against that, and even that has to be cut down. And it'll be a lot of playing until you finally figure out the right dimensions, so don't worry about it. Okay, so there's the roof, and that's a pretty big size roof. I might cut it down when I actually get it on the tray, but for now, let me see what it looks like. So I want one piece here and one piece here. That's okay. But nope. I have too much on top. No, actually, I don't. Okay, that, believe it or not, this wonky mess is your pattern for the gingerbread house. Seems really strange, but trust me, everything's gonna be, this is just an eyeball, okay? Just an eyeball. It's just a pattern. So when we get to the baking, the cutting out, which will be the next video, you're gonna see exactly how it's gonna come together and how easy it is to correct any mistake you have then. So that's just the pattern. That's just step one. I've showed you all the sizes that were done. And again, when I cut it, I might make adjustments, but it's a good starting base. Find a pattern you like. I've given you the measurements for this one. That's all we're going to accomplish today. Next, we'll go into the next step. And there's several steps because it's several days. But man, is it worth it. So give it a shot. Even if you accomplish this, try it. You'd be surprised. I mean, you saw me fumbling around, but that's a lot of this going on. You know, the mechanics in here kind of catch. But I'd rather I fumble and stumble and mess up and then get you something good than just to fake it. That's not going to happen. So, okay. Stay tuned for the next video. We're going to make a different gingerbread that's going to endure the weight and the strength, and it's still yummy, very yummy, but this one is more of a house gingerbread. The other one was just delicious and yummy to eat. So, okay, that's it for now. Stay tuned for the next one, and we'll continue this process. Okay, my friends, until next time, happy baking.
Ah, that was fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe.